On this episode, Josh pretends to be a racing driver. Josh also gets scared, and we try not to crash into each other. Let's get it!
This season, I decided to return to competitive drifting. And strangely, I was using two very different cars. Now this one is a V8 supercharged Ford Mustang RTR, 900 horsepower under the bonnet. But it's heavy and it's quite cumbersome to change direction. Whereas this is light, it's nimble, it's completely underpowered. It's got about 350 horsepower. Now I think we're going to have a couple of tests today to basically see at the end of it which is the better car and which should I use in the 2020 season. And I think the first test I want to show you guys is angle, the fun part of drifting. So in this section of Mondello Park, we've got a nice sweeping corner and then a lot of speed down to a hairpin. So what I'm going to do with each car is push it to a place that I'm not quite as comfortable and see if the car can stick it. Let's check it out. Let's go to the Mustang and give it a try. All right, let's do a safe little run here just to see what she can do. Bad. Okay, so that was the first run. I'm going to try and throw it in much more aggressive this time on the exit and see if the Mustang can hang. It's going to be pretty tricky. So she won't do big angle, definitely won't go backwards. Not a successful test for the Mustang. When you take it to 50, 60 degrees, or maybe even less, 40, 50 degrees, it's okay. You can play with it on the throttle. It's on the lock stops then. The last one, I just threw it in on big angle. You can feel all the weight going back. But when I put the power down, it spun me straight round. There's no way. So it's that's its limit of what it can do. So we're going to jump in the 180 now and see if it does better than the Mustang. So it's a good first test. Okay, we're in the 180 at sex stand. Let's throw some big angle at it. That was a good angle.
That's going backwards.
Yeah, it's so much fun to drive this car. Because there's so little weight in the back of this car, you kind of throw it in and it doesn't drag you. Whereas when you throw this one, it sort of drags you further than you want to, and you can't really come on the throttle early because you know it's going to spin you around. This you can just throw angle on it. So first test, well, the winner is the 180. Fact. So one test down, and the 180 was king of the angle test. Easy to throw backwards, so controllable and easy to get yourself out of trouble. However, Mustang has more power, so we're going to go to some big corners later on and see if she, with all of her grunt, can take down the 180 in those tests. How are we going to test it though? Because we only have...
I do it.
You can't drive. I'm not putting you in my own drift car, Josh. You don't even have a suit. You don't even have a helmet.
I get a suit.
Will you get a suit?
I get a suit.
This is a terrible idea. You look like an idiot.
It's your old race suit.
I know, that's the point. That's why I don't wear it anymore. That's why I wear this one. Which car do you want to drive first?
The 180.
I would imagine you go for the 180. And you've never driven a professional drift car, never driven on semi-slicks, nothing?
Never driven a car more than 200 horsepower.
Hop in, see if you fit.
What do you mean see if you fit?
Right, put your harness on.
How many points is there? It's not a great start.
How could it be this long to take the harness on? You're away. Best of luck, buddy.
I am absolutely terrified.
Nervous, Dave?
I'm a little bit nervous, but I'll tell you why.
Oh my god.
Jesus, what is he doing? He's not a bad driver on the simulator, so this might translate pretty quickly, but...
I know he's going to hear it because I'm saying it on camera, but he is actually a good drifter.
He's not the worst driver, and he's a terrible car himself, so this will actually be a pretty good car. So let's see how he gets on.
Did you see his face through the window there when he thought he killed Adam?
He nearly killed Adam.
He nearly killed Adam.
He did a big
Adam
angle.
got a photo of
Did a
it.
big angle, and then he thought it was amazing.
How'd you get the thing?
Well,
That was unreal! Is that what drift car's supposed to be?
That's how it's supposed to be.
Mine's nothing like that.
No, that's why your car is rubbish.
You can actually drive this.
Yeah,
And it's fun.
and it's a lot of fun. It's a nice car to drive, isn't
It's
it?
unreal to drive.
This is like the simulator. It's that easy to drive that car. What's not like the simulator is that car.
The fear's come back now.
This is a different kettle of fish. Plus, it's left-hand drive, so you've got to, learn that within one lap.
I wasn't actually thinking of that.
Right, so you've done that. I'm happy with you being comfortable in the 180. Let's throw you in the Mustang and see how we get on. So you're going to go up another 500 horsepower.
That was enough.
So that's 200 you have in your own car. You went to 400 and it was fun. Now you're going to 900. Grab the steering wheel. You want to try and line it up with the white. Should be pretty straight as it is. Yeah, that should be spot on. That's fine.
Yeah, making sure it's not coming off.
You're away. This is going to be a bit scary. But if you can do this, I'll be very impressed. It should be. Have fun. This is the worrying one.
put it in gear, Josh.
Put it in gear, yeah.
Okay. Quite literally terrifying. And I'm on the other side of the car, which makes it feel even worse. Ah!
So he's in the Mustang now, left-hand drive. This car is very different than the 180 in every single way. So I think he might struggle a bit more, or he might nail it on the first go.
All those pops and bangs. The brakes are non-ex. How the f you slow this thing down? Oh my lord! Here he goes. Nothing.
Go on, Josh.
How do you stop this thing? Me, that was ridiculous.
He did a drift?
He did a drift.
That wasn't bad.
That wasn't bad.
I've never been in a drift car with smoke coming on the inside. Ugh.
Here we go. Second run. Let's see how he gets on. That proves my point. Difficult car to drive.
Mother of God, that thing. It's scary.
It's difficult to drive, isn't it, compared to the 180?
How do you stop that thing? The brake pedal does nothing.
It does very little and then everything. That's the way it works.
Yeah, it does nothing, then lock, and then all
Yeah.
the weight of it just goes.
Yeah. Why don't we try some other comparison tests right now?
Yeah, what we doing?
I think we should do a drag race between the two cars.
Might be in that one.
You can be in that one. So you know in drifting, one of the biggest parts of a course is the run into the first corner. You don't want to get left for dead there. You want to make sure that you're on the door coming in. I wonder which car is actually quicker to put the grip down and get to the end of the straight. So we've set out a finish line way down there where Mike is, and what we're going to do is try and drag race these two cars to see if this 900 horsepower actually translates to speed, or does it just spin wheels? Who knows? We've never done an experiment like this, so anything can happen.
Ready? Ready. Hands up. Drop.
Okay, so you don't go on the. See, if you didn't say that, I would have gone on the
Right.
hands up.
See, this is what I'm dealing with
And
here.
drop.
Okay, so
Yeah, but-
on the drop,
Buckle up, sunshine.
I will.
Is that a thing people say? So me and Josh are suited and booted and ready to test these two drift cars head to head. I want to give a quick shout out to Mobil 1 Oil, who support us right throughout this process and make sure our cars stay reliable. We only use Mobil 1 products because basically we give these cars death all the time. Now if you're like us, you got to make sure that you have the right lubricants to do the job. So check out Mobil 1 and their full range of products and make sure you stay on the track and not in the pits.
If he's after breaking a shaft or a diff, I'm going to kill him.
I forgot to put it into gear.
Forgot to put the car in gear.
Sorry,
actually had
unlucky,
a-
buddy. Unlucky.
I thought I had a chance.
You sort of came off okay, and then it was like, good luck. So that's like, if you look at it from test number 2, the angle is all in this car, the handling, but all the straight line speed is in this car.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that I always struggle with, saying this can keep you in the fight more because you can get in on the door very, very quickly. But then this is, when you're on the door, much easier to handle. So it's kind of hard to know which is better. So maybe a braking test would be even more fun. So this is like little small brakes, but this has huge brakes.
That's huge brakes, they do nothing. I'm not sure what angle I faced at.
What sort of angle is that?
I've thumped on the brakes. Look,
There's your back brakes.
I didn't even use the back brakes. did I?
You did, because there's a big tire mark.
I didn't use the handbrake.
So technically, yes, the 180 stops quicker.
By a mile.
That's not a mile, Josh. So that's, what's that? 2 wins for the 180, 1 win for the Mustang. We need another test.
Okay, what's the next test?
I think we should do a high-speed drift test.
What?
You've been driving it all day, you're fine.
I've done about
I'll only
3.
be a little bit behind you. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Be mint. Be perfect.
It's your car anyway, so.
Actually, I didn't think of that, yeah. So this might be a very good idea.
Scared. It's scary going into something that you've never tested before. And a car that's not yours. Oh, 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 oh. That could have been the most expensive crash I've ever been in. Jesus Christ! That's the closest thing I've ever battled. Okay, so now it's my turn to lead.
What was that? Run over a cone! What did you do? Like did the hard part and then you couldn't slow down. Look at this.
I'm not gonna lie, it felt a lot worse in the car. But I get told after, you just accelerate so the person is going behind, and then I got carried away.
Stop down here, Josh. Look where your marks are. This is me stopping at this bit of grass. That's you hitting the cone down there. That is about 1.5 miles after the finish line. If that was a
I
drift
went
track,
full power and I couldn't stop.
if that was a drift track, you'd have gone through a grandstand. That's what you'd have done
Sorry.
there. That was good fun though. That was good fun. It's stressful because you haven't done a twin battle before and had someone chase you before. So
I was terrified.
it was fun though.
Terrified.
I think over the 2 runs, you could kind of see the Mustang has a little bit of legs to stay with. Regardless of speed, I think if you look at an advantage in a battle, I think this has an advantage in terms of being able to blind the other driver. I think that was the stupidest thing we've ever done on this channel.
That was.
definitely the stupidest thing we've ever
I
done.
don't still know how I do know how I crashed.
You're a mile down
I was
there.
full throttle down
You
there.
didn't even, you hit the braking thing we did in the last test, which was like a different track. Well, let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
All right, so we got one last challenge to go, which is an interesting one, especially for Josh, because we're going to put a small competition layout out with some clipping zones, and each of us are going to take 1 lap in each car. At the end, we'll get a good feel for the fast and slow sections of the track. Considering that the 180 has 2 wins and the Mustang has 2 wins, this is the decider. Never done anything like this before, so. It was alright. Good first run from Josh. A little bit shy on some of the clips, but not bad at all.
He's got a lot more experience than me because he's actually drifted in competition before.
He's also won a competition in this car.
He
so.
also won a competition in that car, and
Yeah.
I've literally done nothing. So I'm expecting him to be better, but I wasn't too bad, I don't think.
No, you did well. You did well. He's out to prove a point, Josh.
That was very good.
How was that?
That was fun. That was fun. The car's so easy to drive. It's just a pleasure. You can just throw it on big lock, be really, really accurate with it. Could do it a little bit higher gearing maybe for that track, but sure, we're only having fun today. So I think this is the scariest part of the day for me, because I didn't mind Josh doing one corner, but doing an entire section in the Mustang, I'd be pretty worried about the car now. Very difficult to drive.
I'm scared of this thing. Oh, the pops and the crackles. Want my mommy.
Doesn't look as happy in this one.
Give him one more go.
Is 100% tougher to drive, and even though it's in a theatre, I have more respect for Dave actually doing this competition in this car.
So this is Josh's first run on the track in the Mustang. Give him a little bit of leeway. See how he gets on.
This thing is ridiculous. Oh my god, I didn't like that.
That's going in the gravel there. He did not know if that was staying on the track at all.
Mother of God of a thing.
You alright, buddy?
No, I'm not alright. This thing is bloody scary. How the hell do you drive that thing? And I will say, fair play to you. There's no feeling to it whatsoever, and it's just gone.
I'm not even as confident going into that track as I should be, even though I've driven the car before.
The thing is, you've got so much more thinking to do in that. You're thinking what to do, and like you're not sure if you're going to touch the handbrake, it's going to send you into a spin, or
It's always on the edge.
it is on the edge, and I found out the edge.
So I'll tell you, I'm going to do one run just to show you, hopefully, how it's done. I don't know. And then we'll come in, we'll have a little chat and see which car we prefer.
Right.
Right, let's
Good
do
luck.
it. Like it.
This is just awkward.
Let's go.
He's not going to do a
Right, here we
gangster
go.
entry in this.
He's going to try it up.
Oh, he took out a goat! He's got in too fast, Sean.
That was alright.
How did you not go off up there?
Using the clutch to ride the grid.
It is his car and he does drive it, so I would say that's partly the reason why.
That was fun though. A lot of fun. That's it. Let's come up with a decision. We got to come up with a decision. It's been almost too fun. I'm not sure if we lost track of the fact of what we were trying to do, but let's put the two cars together. Let's have a good chat.
Alright.
Josh, that was a lot of fun.
I think I had more fun.
I think I broke a wing and I hit my own car at the back. You broke a side skirt. It's probably as good as we could expect it to go. Sunsetting here at Mondello, we got to make a decision on both cars. So pros and cons. So I think we make it very easy and very clear. This one is more fun to drive. This one is kind of scary to drive, but I can't decide if that's more fun.
It's a lot more challenging with it being left-hand drive as well. You don't have the confidence with turning on your left hand.
Yeah, I think so. And I think the other thing is that this is a heavy car. When it transitions, like you
It doesn't want to stop.
No.
It just carries on going. That one grips up and goes, and that one just washes.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of, the decision to be made here is, do I want to be super competitive and confident but maybe not have the pace or the speed? Or do I want something really, really cool that mightn't be as competitive but is awesome. And every time you do a run, even if it's just a normal run, you get a buzz because you feel like you've survived it rather than you've tried to ace it.
I would say definitely survive it.
So which would you choose if you were going to competition?
This one.
You choose this one? I think I'd choose this
100%.
one because you get a buzz of, I think you can just do it in that one, but this one is like when you get a run, you're like, I'm not sure how I did it, but I survived it, and you get a little bit of a buzz more of every lap. So even if you don't do well, you're still enjoying every lap because it's
There's
scary.
a 50-50 chance that one's going to kill you every run.
That's what I kind of like about it. But I'll tell you what, rather than us argue all night here about it, we've had a fun day. We're gonna let you guys watching this video decide which car should I use in competition in 2020. Would you pick the awesome 180 4-cylinder SR20 with about 400 horsepower, or would you pick the 900 horsepower Mustang, which is trying to kill me at every time? So that's the decision, but we're gonna let you guys decide on the channel. Comment below and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell on. And right now, well, we're out of laps, we're out of time, so I'll see you in another one for more stupid tests with drift games and this idiot.
I'm taking my helmet off, I look like a pleb.
You always look like a pleb.
We hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We had a lot of fun making it, even though it was pretty nerve-wracking letting Josh drive both of my cars. But we couldn't decide, so we're going to let you guys decide in the comments. Which car should I use in 2020? The S13 or the Mustang? Or if you had the choice, what would you pick and why? Let us know. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Make sure you hit the notification bell on to be notified when we upload a new video. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Drift Games vlog.
All right, so what an
Give me a
awesome
second,
day.
I'm scratching my balls.
That's going in the vlog. Definitely. That's for the outtakes.
Genuine ball scratch. I'm a true professional.
Come on, let's get this done.
I'm a videographer, I'm not supposed to be here.
Come on, let's go.